Good evening. 7 years after the Grenfell Tower fire claimed the lives of 72 people, more promises have been made by the government to those still living in unsafe homes. Under a new plan, Labour has said that the high-rise buildings with dangerous cladding will be fixed within 5 years. Landlords will also be held accountable for not meeting the deadline. By that time, people trapped in buildings covered in flammable material will have waited over a decade for a resolution. Martel reports.
How safe do you feel up here?
Yeah, it's bad.
We're on the 16th floor, and this tower block has got the same problems as Grenfell.
Yeah, the tower has flammable cladding, so it's going to spread that way. We've got compartmentation issues inside, which is why the stairs could catch fire. The balcony that we're on, flammable. So yeah, it's a fire trap.
This building near London Bridge is part of the national cladding crisis, one of thousands known to be dangerous, but nothing is done to make it safe. The stumbling block here at Empire Square, a disagreement between the landlord and developer about who pays to fix it.
We were here in the summer and it's now the winter. What's changed in that time?
You know, nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed and nothing's happened to fix any of the problems.
They haven't done anything to actually get started on the work because they have to agree. They've got to come to an agreement.
7.5 years have now passed since 72 people died at Grenfell. Under increasing pressure for change, the new Housing Secretary announcing a proposal to speed up the process of making homes safe.
Without decisive action, the risks and the hardship of unsafe cladding could be with us until 2040s. This cannot go on.
The latest government idea to get buildings like this safe is called the Remediation Acceleration Plan. It's about deadlines and penalties and ultimately getting places like this fixed within the next 5 years.
Currently, only 30% of buildings identified with unsafe cladding have been remediated. By the end of 2029, the government wants every building over 11 metres to be fixed or have a date set for completion. And all buildings over 18 metres which qualify for government funding need to be fixed by then.
£3.5 billion to fund the removal and replacement of unsafe cladding.
But for cladding campaigners, this announcement feels like yet another weak proposal from government.
Never happens again.
It's probably a small start, but there's no real clarity about how those target dates will be enforced. There's some vague threat of penalties. It's still 5 years away from today, which will be 12 years after the Grenfell tragedy.
Back in South London, the managing agent told us the safety of residents at Empire Square is our foremost priority, and we remain in active dialogue with the developer Barclay. And they in turn told us they're committed to completing the remedial works as soon as access and the scope of the works can be agreed.
Wow.
It's now been 5 years since the dangers of this building were discovered, and still nothing has been done. Martel, ITV News.